And with my big grand bubu. Hello. Par soo paree xewal ma sa iPad bi ma def tuuti living tuuti fana music soo copier link bi ba seen ma ko ba pare. Hello. Assalamu alaikum. Waaw nga send ma ko si YouTube bi nga forward ma ko. Oh my god. I have this ring light but I don't know how to use it. I think this is better. Hello. Assalamu alaikum. Jàmmu ngeenam. Siire yi may jaay la. These are from the stuff that I'm selling. These beautiful mbesens, beautiful jewelries is from the stuff that I'm selling, guys. Beautiful. You're gonna look like a beautiful Senegal/Gambia woman. Beautiful. You like it? Thank you. It's the stuff that I'm selling. The camera is not even good, that's why. Fatou so jógee nga dimbali si lamp bi tuuti, please. If not, you guys could have seen better. Hi, thank you. How are you guys? Waaw Kalifina copy ma link bi te press ko foofu su ko dee naa ko wax gaay. Dama war a share so live stream bi on TikTok. Live stream danga ko dee mën a siya on TikTok. Man mënuma loolu. So then mun ngaa copy the link and wax ni si danga nekk live because dafa nekk an important live right now. I know, right? Def naa si little video bu ndaw léegi post ko kay moom. Danga war a leen inform danga nekk live si sa TikTok bi. It's too late. No. Duma leen ko mën a wax de maa ngi use phone bi. Mun ngaa ko def si Facebook. Su ma ko waree si may génne si fii te suma Facebook jaamee ko foofu. Well, just keep. Mun ngaa keep the video up, right? Waa video du dem fe. Yeah, and then share a live stream bi si sa Facebook bi and everything. Suma pare. No, so pare. Wow. Sorry. My daughter trying to help me here. We're all worried. The children that that I was sponsoring in Africa. Hey, guys, the children they cannot. They're still gonna go to school no matter what. Even as long as I'm alive. But I mean, for now, because they're not in high school yet. High school is gonna be more expensive. If the worst come to worst, they have to go to the government school. Defal YouTube channel. Log my. People living in Fana music. If they go back to school now in the government school, the government school in Tanje, very bad system. They cannot even spell their name when they go there. That's why I don't want them to go back there. But if the worst come to worst, then they will go back there. Because I need about nearly £700 to be able to pay everything they need. The organization say they cannot do it, they don't have fund to continue with the children, guys. Guys, remember those children that I put to school? Those children I put to school here. Here. I told my daughter to share the link. I don't know whether she shared the link. Did she share the link here? Fatou, danga war a share link bi fii. Soo paree nga ñëw def ko. I don't have a website in the future. I'm trying to get someone to make me one.
I just send pictures, you know, right now. You can email me, I send you pictures, or you WhatsApp me, I send you pictures. That's all that I have right now. I don't have WhatsApp, Kamanaka website. I don't know how to make it. But I have different colors like this. Some are simple ones, and some are like, some have this. Oh my God. Some video. Wow, thank you. Go, thank you. Take over. Thank you so much, Nene. That's the link. That's the link for the GoFundMe. My daughter just helped me post it. That GoFundMe, please help me. My daughter just created for me now. I never create GoFundMe. I never know how to create it until yesterday and today. Yesterday and today is the first time that I create GoFundMe in my life. I've been doing videos for 5 years. In the next 2 months, it's going to be 5 years. And I never did GoFundMe. But yesterday, my cousin, she's the lady that I was talking to yesterday. She need the operation in Senegal. She have this thing called goiter or something. Thyroid or something. I don't know. I don't think that's the name. But like her neck have this swollen thing and it's really making her very sick. And this people can actually die from this if she doesn't have the operation. It can really get really bad. So she need to go to Senegal. So I did that interview for her yesterday, and then I did a topic in Wolof with that other Senegalese woman. But I tried to translate what she was saying. So if you watch that video, you might also understand what she was saying. She speak in Wolof, my cousin, and she was the one speaking in the beginning of the video about what she got that she need operation for, and what she why she had it, the pain she been through growing up that caused it. And she says she had it when she was 9, but it wasn't bad. But recently it's getting worse. She's my age, she's 40 years. So I did that GoFundMe for her. She needs just £500. It's not like it's the operation even. It's just for her to go on like check up and check if she can afford operation there. If not, she can get some medical something in Senegal for it. Because Gambia, the healthcare is just... So I did that GoFundMe the first time yesterday, and today is the second one. Because I got the news that these children cannot go back to school. That the organization Calls from Africa cannot afford to pay for them anymore. I got this news 2 days ago, day before yesterday, and I was crying like crazy. But because I already promised my cousin that I was going to do the interview with her on Saturday. So I cannot just do this video. So I did hers. Then today I have to come and do this video. These children that I put to school in Africa, 14 children. They all come from women who are married on the age, and all of these women, not lot, are forced to these men. Only one of them was like 15. The rest, they are like 13 and 14 years old. Some Mandinka women, some Gambian women. One of them is my older sister. Her children are included too. 3 of my older sister's children are included. Well, 2 of them. One of them, he was at the nursery school. I told them that this nursery school is not important. It's one of them and another 2 children that I was sponsoring. But I told her now, because it's worse situation, I don't have time for the nursery school children. Even though the nursery school is good, it's not nursery. They're like 5 years old and stuff. Because in Gambia, you don't go to primary school until you're 7. And it's very good when the child go to the nursery school, they develop them. But I told her I don't have money for this right now. Even if we cannot afford that, it's not important. They can wait till next year or whenever we have the money. But right now, the primary school children, they are my problem. Some of the children, not my sister's children even, but other people's children, some of them are very old. Because my sister's children, they were going to school already. No matter what, they will go to school. I will not watch them not go to school, those children. Even if I'm going to die, I'll make sure they go to school. I know how it feels. But these other children, some of them are very old. They're too late to go to school. They're like 12 years old and stuff. And they were so happy when they were in this school. This school is private school. That's why they have to pay, but it's not an expensive private school. It's in Tanje. The money I need is around £700, and they will have the whole year of school. They will have uniform, books, shoes, pencils, everything they need. They will even have some little money for school lunch, even though their mother might use it for something else because of poverty. But that's not a lot of money. That's not an expensive private school for 14 children for the whole year. And there's more children waiting. I cannot pay for it. No money. I'm working on opening my own organization for my own underage, marriage and how to help these other children instead of just talking. But it's not very easy for me because I don't have the school education that I need. And the good people that I'm working with, it's hard to find. Me alone cannot do it. And my daughter, she's amazing, but she's young. And she's at school, and she's young. She's just 14. She can type, and she understands internet. She's the one that opened this GoFundMe for me in 2 seconds, mashallah. 2 minutes, chuck, finish, no problem. But she's young. I don't want to tell her, oh, can you help me, with organization and stuff. So, it's hard. It's not funny, it's sad. Because I really want to do this organization thing. I want to dedicate my life for this. I don't want to do any other job. It's sad. When I'm talking to my community, I know it's for free, but I love it. Talking about the community issue, helping children to not go through what I go through, and helping women who are suffering to stop suffering. I love it. I don't want to do anything else. This is the problem. I'm doing it for 5 years for free. I used to do Facebook all the time, every day. And now I'm on TikTok every time. People watching me there. This is why you don't see me here, especially the Senegal people. They're learning a lot. Even today I was on live there. They're learning a lot. The technique, the healing technique, I'm teaching them. And what I've been through, how I talk about it, and talk about what we've been through and why we are the way we are and how we can solve the problem. They love it. They're learning, the Senegal people. I love it. I'm so happy that they're listening to me. VIP option on your GoFundMe. Oh, is it VIP? Fatu! Kai! What? Why does he do VIP? Oh, the yesterday one was VIP. They say that it's a VIP. But it's the one that I create for my cousin that she's talking about. It's the yesterday one. Sabu tey bi dafa nekk VIP or not?
I did it. So
mu ngi wax naan moom dafa bëggoon a contribute su bu ma amee démb waaye dafa boobu noonu dafa wax VIP. Mu ne dama war a turn off the VIP option. VIP option. It's me who opened that one. I don't know. This one, my daughter opened it. I hope it doesn't have VIP. Check Kofatu. What is that VIP thing? I don't know. I've never done this, guys. I just don't know how to do anything like this. So my daughter will help me check when I finish because I did that one with my phone. So she cannot check it on her iPad. This one she just created just now. I hope it doesn't have any VIP. Guys, listen, please. These children have to go back to school tomorrow. No time. Tomorrow is school opening. I have 2 options. To either take my own money, my last money.
VIP.
It's not VIP. No, she's not talking about this one. She's talking about the yesterday one. You cannot do it here. Suma pare na ko sota tegal no gannaaw as long as sa boss bi nekkut VIP. Okay then. Waa just a little bit. Waaye su fekkee da nga use lii bi nga yóbbu kon waay. Waa okay. Wàññi ko. The children, they're going back to school tomorrow. My daughter said this one doesn't have any VIP. Yesterday, oh yes, I saw it. I saw £50. That's the only money that I have even. I don't have anything else. Oh, £6 for tip. That's crazy. Okay, I will tell my daughter to take it off. She will take it off, inshallah. When I finish, she will look at it on my phone because I used my phone to open that one myself yesterday. But I never opened it, so I never know what to do. I was just going along with what they're asking me, just guessing and trying. But this one, my daughter said that it doesn't have any, VIP or whatever that is. She just created this one for the children. Please listen, guys. The children, they're going to school tomorrow. They have to go back to school tomorrow. Tomorrow. I have two options. I tell the person that is working, with me there, that was helping me to put the children to school and stuff. I tell the person to tell the children parents that they might not go back to the private school, but they will go to the public school if the worst come to worst, but I will not let them sit at home. If they go to the government school, it's like no fee. I don't think it's any fee, or maybe it's next to nothing, but I don't even think it's any fee. Primary school, government school. But they only have one government school there. Very bad government school. Extremely bad in Tanje. I myself that never been to school growing up, with my little English, whenever I go visit, the children going there, when I put them down and try to check their grammar level, they don't know the difference between come and came. They don't know the difference between stop and stopped. Go and, gone. Nothing. Just nothing. Very sad. I try to teach them, me that cannot speak English. So if the worst come to worst, I will buy them uniform and stuff and they will go there. I can afford that and empty my bank account and buy them uniform and books, they go there. But can we please help them so they can go to the private school instead? I cannot afford this £700 myself. If I have it, I'll do it. Please help me. If you want, you can donate on my Cash App. Ami Olof. It's Ami Olof, or even if you do Ami Job, I think you can see me because it was Ami Job. I changed it to Ami Olof. If anyone know how to write Ami Olof, can you please write it? I don't know how to write here. It's not letting me. Write Ami Olof, and the Cash App name, you have to do the UK sign. The UK money sign. The logo of the UK money. That's on the front. In the front, on the front, I don't know. On the front, I don't know. In front, yes. Hey, God. And then you put Ami Olof after that. And you will see me on Cash App, yes. You should recognize my picture. I think I have a picture there. Yeah, Ami Olof. Put it all together in one word, Jangha. Jerejef Nafi. Put the sign, the money sign in the front. The pound sign. That should be in the front. No, this one that I just made today for the children going to school tomorrow, it doesn't have any tip. My daughter just set it up, this new GoFundMe that I link here. This new link here, that on top. This new link don't have any, what's it called? It doesn't have anything like that. This new link that I just post. This new link doesn't have anything. VIP, whatever. My daughter said it doesn't have it. These children have to go back to school tomorrow. I don't even know how easy it is to take money out of GoFundMe. If you really want to help very quick, you can put on my Cash App or PayPal, please. I will video these children and show you it. I am working on registering my own organization. Hopefully, I will get help from other people, even not you. I don't want to be asking you guys help. This is my YouTube channel to talk about my community issue and to make comedy and just talk and chat with people or sell my whatever that I'm selling now. But right now, these children, I need to put them school this whole year, no problem. Just let them go now, please. 714 children to go for the whole year. 2 of them are from my sister, my older sister. The rest, they are married, they were forced to marry on the age with people they don't want, including my older sister. They force and arrange the husband and give them. Some of them are forced. Some of them is not like forced, but they couldn't say no because my older sister is not forced, but she already told my mom, what about this other person? Who was the other person that she wanted and wanted her too. And my mom said, no, you know, you're going with this person. And that person was really bad. My mom didn't do it out of wickedness. She just didn't know. The person, the abuse he was doing to my sister. Oh my God. I did an interview with my sister here. I have to just block the interview. I have to private it because it was that sad. My sister still have the marks on her neck. The guy nails still on my sister's neck. This guy married my sister when she was 13, this Senegalese guy. And they have 3 children. 1 boy and 2 girls. Really horrible man was beating my sister every night. Me, I was kind of lucky. Not lucky, but little lucky because my underage marriages, I only been through beating one of them. The one that I was 16 years old, my cousin. That's the one that I go through beating. In Senegal, I was there for 2 years. The rest of them, I never have beaten. The 2 before that one, the 3 before that one even. The first one is the old man. I was at my mom. The one who married me before I was 10. I was at my mom. He was waiting for me to be a woman enough. You guys know my story, a lot of you. So he never got to beat me or anything because I was at my mom. When they took me to him when I was 11 for him to do the thing with me, he couldn't do it. He said his thing wasn't working. He divorced me. Somebody else married me when I was 12. And a guy from Mali moved to Gambia and married me. He never beat me too. I used to hate doing the thing with him. I then went to his house. You know, they hand me over to him. I stayed there with him. I was so young. I was so afraid. I used to run from there to London Corner. And I always have, like, I'm about to have a heart attack when I get to London Corner. I remember one day when I get to London Corner, it was like my heart was coming out. I can smell my blood in my chest because of the way I run straight from there to my mom's house. Non-stop. And I've never done that. And I was still big because I'm like my mom, yeah, and my mom. We're big. I run from there to my mom's house because I was scared. I hated evening when this guy come from work. I don't want this to be my story. I just want you to know a little bit of why I want these children to go through, not go through this. These children don't have too many girls, by the way. It's about 3 girls, I think, or 4. The rest are all boys, and it's 14 children. But even if it's 1 girl, I don't want them to not go to school. They might go through underage marriage. Or even if it's not underage marriage, they might grow up doing something wrong for money to survive their son. Or they stay with a bad man who is abusing them and they're not going to have money they're not going to be able to read and write and have a basic job or even to run a business. They struggle with how to run their business when they cannot read or write nothing. So I don't want that to happen to them, please. And the boys, it's very important for them to go to school. Huh? And in Gambia now, the boys, they're all smoking weed like crazy. So if these children don't go to school, they're just going to start smoking weed at young age and taking people's stuff. And a lot of the children that come from poverty, they love it when they go to school. Not all, but some of them love it. They see themselves like they're ready to break the circle. They're going to be a doctor or a lawyer. You know, they love it. They can write and their parents cannot write. So please, help me let these children go to school. I will video them and show you the video. We're going to follow their progress. The first videos they're here. If you scroll down, you see it. If we continue paying for them, they will go. Yes, that's the Cash App. And the PayPal is Ami Job 1980, my date of birth, at gmail.com. That's the email address for PayPal. You email there. You PayPal there if you want. Because then I can just collect all the money. They have to start school tomorrow. But I cannot, I don't think they can start tomorrow. Because they have to have the uniform. They don't allow the children without uniform. And the uniform, they don't sew them and keep them. You have to pay first for the uniform. And they check if they don't have that size that is ready. They will make it. That's what happened the last time. And they'll tell you that it will be ready tomorrow or next tomorrow. So when it's ready, then the child will go back to school. The school themselves, they sell the uniform. They have tailor there who can make it. They have their own tailor. It's this little cute private school. Please help me somebody, my cousin, not my cousin, my niece who put them to school the last time. She's now working. But I got somebody else. The person will go there, put them to school, video them. You can even see the building, because this time I want to see the building of the school, see the children going into the class properly. Because the last time they just video them outside of the class, you know, the moment they got onto the, you know, into the school. The videos are here. We will follow this. I want to even know their teachers, have their WhatsApp number or something. I want them to be video inside the class. You will see it. Please. I just want these children to go back to school. It's not for me. Me, I don't care about money. If I was a money woman, you would not see me here talking for hours. I would just have different boyfriends. I know how single mothers make money here. Some Scottish men, some whoever, hopeless people, go to hotel with them, go to weekend with them, let them come to your house, you do stuff with them, they look after you. Very easy way of women making money here. I saw it, single mothers especially. I'm not that ugly. They will like me. Doesn't matter how I look. They don't care. But I don't want money. It's not that I don't want money there. But money doesn't make me do nothing. I've seen life. I'm telling you guys. Or I can dump the children if I want, go and work 24 hours when they were younger and make money, lock them in the house, go and do night shift or whatever. Some people do that. But I'm not money person. People that know me, they know that. Even my video, you should know. I don't even know how to tell you, like the video, share the video. I've seen life and pain. I just want to survive. I don't care money or not. And money is trouble, actually. When you have a lot of money, you cannot sleep, trying to protect it. I just want to live. But these children, I just don't want them to grow up like this. Stress, talking all the time, and people bullying them. And just them going hopeless. I don't want to cry. I don't want that to happen. That's why, please. If you were a money woman, I would be broke. Oh, it's like that. Also, a lot of Gambian girls, especially working in sex, yes, industry have started doing a lot of cocaine. You see? Because the girls don't have, a lot of them, some of them have school actually. They just choose to ranchang themselves, sadly. But a lot of them don't have opportunity. They grow up like the way I was, no school. And some of them are also forced marriage, I am sure. But they break out of the marriage and now they're revenging. But some of them, nothing happened. They just ranchang. That's the reality. The Gambia is going ranchang now. A lot of them, they have school. No one forced them to marry. Nothing. They choose to do that. Because they have a friend who do that. And they watch things like Nicki Minaj and, not Nicki Minaj, this other ranchang, Cardi B, telling them, yes, you have to do this, yeah, do this, yeah. And they think it's fun. Very sad. And some of them think they want to come here, and that's the only way they should come here. That's not even going to bring them here. A lot of the white people and all these other people that go in there for holiday. Someone like me, that's how I come here. Some old, stupid, Scottish guy married me long time ago. I was 24 when he married me. I hated him, but I was like, who cares? I was already giving to old people when I was young. Just get me out of here, that kind of thing. I was working there braiding hair, on the beach at Kunta Kinte. You go to Palm Beach Hotel on the beach, Kunta Kinte, just tell them I'm a job. A lot of them, the old people that work there, they know me. Especially the old ladies that sell fruit salad. Because in the restaurant there, a lot of them are new. Everyone travel. A lot of people get married to Western people there and go, because of when they come to visit, they just marry you and you go. You're like, who cares? Sometimes you love them, sometimes you don't, but who cares? People just trying to survive, yeah. I know, so bad, but I don't want these young children. Oh my God, this is so bad now, guys. I don't want the young children just, like doing it. I tell them not to do it, but a lot of the time they're going to be like, yeah, who cares? After you did it and now you're in Scotland telling me not to do it. It's what happened is the way when we're young, our parents beat us up a lot. That's why I talk about that a lot. And it makes you lose your self-worth and self-dignity, until you have to do healing, like I'm doing. I love it that I'm doing this. I'm so lucky. If not, you will never know me. I'll just continue losing my dignity and continue ranchanging myself to death. I'm so glad that I withdraw myself. After I came here, you know, when I was in Gambia, I never do that. I never like lose my dignity. That's not how I met this man. I was lucky. I was working in a salon after all these marriages. I still do hair because I learned the hair from my sister when I was young, my older sister. So no matter how hard these marriages are, I keep breeding hair in between. These endless marriages that I've been through growing up. I was married 4 times when I was 16. And after that marriage lasts for 2 years, it was the longest that time. These other ones were just like less than a year old, all of them. Well, apart from the first one, the first guy that married me, the oldest one of them all, apart from the Scottish guy that brought me here. Yeah, they should be around the same age. And the Scottish guy was 60 years old. This ugly, short, tiny Scottish guy. Very soft and old lips. Ew! Used to hate not touching him or anything. It was like slavery. It's no joke, guys. I know why I want these children to go to school. Hopefully, at least if you give them life, if they choose to just be idiot, at least you try. Anyway, so I'll quickly tell you a little bit, of my own story. It's funny and sad and unbelievable. Some people just look at it and think it's not true until they see my mom interview. I have my interview with my mom here. So when I was like, my mom think I was 8, but my mom think I was 9, but I think I was 8 because the guy married me 3 years before I went to his because my mom think I was 8, but 9, but I think I was 8 because the guy married me 3 years before I went to his house. Let me look at you seriously. No need to be ashamed of this. This is serious, guys. Listen, please. I think I was 8 because my mom said, we all agree, and not just my mom said, I know this. I think it's more than 3 years even that the guy was waiting for me to go to his house. But my mom said it's 3 years. That means the guy married when I was 8 because they took me to him when I was 11. That's pure. Everyone knows that. When I was 11, my period came out. They were waiting for my period to come out for me to see my first period so they consider I'm matured enough. This is still happening in Gambia. This is why I'm talking. It's still happening in Gambia and Senegal, Mali, Guinea, all of these African countries, Nigeria, Ghana. Sudan, everywhere this is still happening. The men, they love young people, a lot of them. And they use Allah or whatever. Some of them, they're not Muslim, they still do it in some countries. They love young people. A lot of men love young people. The men that are idiots, that's the reality. So if they can marry these young people and get away with it, why wouldn't they do it then? If they allow that here, they would do it too. Anyway, so this old man actually married me. It's not for him to sleep with me. He actually cannot sleep with me, and he knew it, that he couldn't sleep with me. His thing doesn't work. So he was going around marrying young girls, and then he will ask the mother to wait until the girl is grown enough. So he will marry the young girls and tell the mother to keep the girl until the girl is grown enough. And he will be coming there to bring money, fish money, little money for food. And to just tell his friends that he have a wife. So people will not say that his thing doesn't work. Because it was actually a big shame for him that his thing doesn't work. Apparently, that's his reason for doing this, for marrying a couple of young girls before me even. But my mom never knew about it. Because my mom never knew the old guy before. This is how risky this thing is in Africa. That's why I need to put these children to school. I want to develop them to be very brave, but also to talk about this, to fight this in Africa when they grow up, especially the girls. I'm already talking to one of them. She's my Toma, the one my older sister named after me. I need them to be independent women and tell this other, women to not do this. So anyway, when this old man married me, and I waited for 3 years, my mom said, then I'll become 11. They hand me over to him to sleep with me. He couldn't sleep with me. And he confessed that his thing doesn't work. But he was going to do, I don't know what. He was going to look for some juju man to help him. My mom said, no. I heard that this is what you do. You always marry young girls and they wait for a long time. Then you find out your thing doesn't work. Then you divorce them. You marry another young girl. So now you're going to go. Then the marriage finished. When I was 12, I got married again to a guy from Mali who moved to Gambia. No one know him. He just moved to Gambia. He knows somebody who know my mom. And they give me him. And they give me him, and this man married me. This guy was about 28, something like this. He said that, and he looked like it then, I remember. I was 12. I used to hate this man. He have a really strong sweat. Really strong, sweat. I remember. Some people have body odor. I hate it. Every evening I will be crying when I see the sun going down. I will be crying. I will be like, he's coming back from work soon. Not again, he's coming back from work. I don't want to cry, because when I start crying, it doesn't end. I don't want to make no one cry. So I will not cry no matter what tonight. Even before him, when the old man married me, I used to look at the old man so wrinkled and ugly, coming to the house. And my sister's telling me, this is your husband. I used to say, no, this man's so old and ugly. At first, I used to run away and hide. After, I just leave it. And I don't run away and hide. But I never want to look at him or sit near him. I will sigh. But he'll be like, here is the money. Here is the food money. And my mom will say, go and take your depass money. And I will go and collect the money and give it to my mom and then run back. And he will be like, how are you? My wife, my beautiful young wife, how are you? And I will be like, feeling so awkward and weird, but my mom is there. I can't say nothing, And I will hide and I will cry. Growing up, when I go to the bathroom, I will stay there for hours. All my family members know me for that. And I was crying. My mom don't know. She'll be like, why you always stay so long in the shower or in the bathroom? Whenever you go to the bathroom, you just never get out. I will stay there crying. Growing up, I used to always pray that whenever I go to bed, I should not wake up. I should die in my sleep. And when I wake up in the morning, I will be so angry. Saying, why did Allah not kill me? I don't want this man to touch me. So when I die in my sleep, simple. So this man don't have to touch me. I pray for that until I give up, and I still never die. I'm too stubborn, yeah. Still alive, but don't know how I'm still alive. When I was 13, I already divorced this other man that married me from Senegal. Sorry, from Mali. Because I used to hate doing the thing with him. But I never used to tell him, you cannot touch me. But I would look for every excuse for him to not touch me. Every night I'll tell him I'm not well. I'm on my period. I know how to save myself from a young age. That's why I never let this Scotland to take me and make me a hopeless person. Just because I'm stressed. I save myself from Scotland. That's why you see me here with my grandmother talking. I'm telling you this. If not, I'll be in the club by now drinking, or men are here chach-chaching me. Or I'm with men. Or just going mad because I was too stressed crying on the streets of Scotland all these years. And it's not just me there. Just this woman that I invited yesterday, I was talking to yesterday in the live video here, that's the teacher in Senegal, the woman. She also was crying on the street of Senegal going to work, just exactly like I was doing in Scotland, because of sexual abuse and child abuse. And beaten when she was young. All in one. Just exactly like I have the beating when I was young, the extreme beating. And then I have the endless child abuse, sexual abuse with different men in the name of marriage. But I used to never allow this man to over abuse me in a clever way. I will cook what I can cook. I'm not a good cook, but I cook. And I clean, cook little chew, fish stew, and make some little rank, and cook, clean. And when they come from work, I'll give them their food. I'll be nice. I'll wash their clothes. But when it's evening, whenever I cook, I'll take some tomato out, some tomato piece, take the tomato piece little bit and put it out. When I know that they're coming from work soon, I will mix it with water and I will use it and say that I'm on period. I'll use Vinto. I'll say that I'm on period. I used to buy one Vinto bottle and keep it. The thick Vinto bottle, Gambia people know it. It's expensive that time. I will buy it and save it for months. It will never finish. I will just use tiny bit, mix it with water, put it and say that I'm on my period. I will use hibiscus. It's funny but sad, and use it and say I'm on period. Every time, all of them, I use this technique. And I will say, I'm sick, my head is sore. I don't know why, my period never ends. My tummy is sore. I have this sickness. And they said, why your period never ends? And sometimes they say, I think you're lying. You just don't want to sleep with me. I said, no, look at my period. And they're like, oh, don't sue me. And they will like, go to the hospital. I said, I can go, but nothing. I've been going all this time. Nothing is happening. But after I keep thinking as I grow older, when they divorce me, they never tell my mom that, this woman, Ami is saying that she have period. Maybe they're embarrassed. African men can be embarrassed, especially, that time. So they cannot tell their in-law that Amy said that she's on endless period or whatever. That's the reason. I don't know. But I know that's the reason why they were divorcing me. These two. After the first old man. These other two. The second one, who take my, my womanhood. I hated him, this guy from Mali. After the old man. When I was 12, this guy. I used the same technique because I hated him. And it's a rape. Marry someone who don't love you is a rape. It's a form of rape. So after the first time, I hate him. I don't want the first time to repeat. So I keep doing everything to make sure it's not going to repeat. He hardly touched me the whole time. It was a couple of months the marriage last and he divorced me. 2 times I run from his house to my mom's house. Ask my families, they will tell you. And it's far away and I never run or nothing. When I get there, I'm like dying and my mom's like, buy milk and give me milk, buy what, get water, and like they're like trying to make me breathe. 2 times it happened. Until my mom gave me my younger brother and said I should go back to the marriage with my younger brother because maybe when I come, I don't want to tell my mom, I don't want this man to touch me. When she asked me what happened, I said, I don't know, I'm scared, I don't want to be there. She'll be like, it's fine, it's just a marriage, you have to go back. She couldn't put me down and ask me, why you don't want to go there, like properly. It's not like she's bad, it's just the culture and son is very sad. The culture have really sad way of bringing up children, extremely damaging way. They don't talk to you at all, nothing, and they just beat you and going crazy. So when all of this happened, then that man said he doesn't want the marriage because he knows maybe that I don't want to sleep with him. That's why I'm looking for excuse every time. And he knows how hard it was for the first time that I don't want him. He just know I don't want him maybe. So he just said that he want to go back to Mali. And he said that when he was marrying me, my mom told him that when you're going back to Mali, Ami's not going. Unless if you're staying here. I remember my mom said that to him. And the man said he was not going to go to Mali. But after a couple of months, he said now he's going. His dad want him to go. So he divorced me. The other man married me. He's older as well. This older man, I hate him too. But he's not as old as the first man. But I hate him too. I use the same technique to him too. Refuse him every night too. So he divorced me after a couple of months too. Then my mom said to me, listen to how Africa do. Africa will stress you to death. And then they say you have some rap. It's called rap in my country. Rap is when someone has some spirit something following them. Making them do something. I don't know how to say it in English. My mom said to me, I think you have rap. It's funny and sad. Because these people marry you and divorcing you. And they're not saying nothing. They're not saying you do nothing. They say that you are nice. But the marriage is just not working. This is what this guy said. The other guy before this one said that because he's going back to Mali. And now, the first guy marry you, his thing wasn't working. The old guy. So now you're young and you have 3 husbands. This is too much. I'm going to take you to Senegal to my half-brother. Her half-brother live there. She said, when I take you there, they have a lot of good marabu there. They will do some marabu stuff. Some juju stuff to wash your body. If you have any spirit, something, they'll take it out. I said, okay. But I don't want to tell her that these people divorced me because I hate sleeping with them. I think that's why they divorced me. She take me to Senegal. And I go to Senegal. My mom brother is there. My mom half brother, the same father with my mom. Because my mom father have a lot of different wives. And the brother, his son married me. That's even worse. The children, I don't know what you're talking about. I'll read your comment. Let me finish this. I want people to know a little bit about my story. Why they have to help these children. If not, these children can have my story or similar. because the underage marriage is still going on in Gambia. It might not be as young as mine, but definitely people who are 15, 14. These children, their parents are young. One of them, her parents is just 20 years old, and she was forced to get married when she was 14, and she's just 20 now. So it's still happening, and it's just Tanje. It's not even in the deep villages. My mom village is even worse. Anyway, so when my mom take me to Senegal, in Passy, it's a little city before Kaolack, on the main road when you come from Gambia going to Senegal, the main road, the city is there. I went to Senegal and I saw my cousin, my mom brother's son, this tall, dark, handsome black guy. And I loved him straight away, and he loved me straight away when I saw him. That's the first time that I saw a man and loved him. I'll never forget those feelings. I remember whenever he come, I was looking forward to him coming from work compared to this other guy that I used to hate. Love is real, you know. I used to want him to come from work. I'm like looking at the time, you know, like checking what time it is. Whenever he come from work, we are like making attire outside. Him and me and his brother and his brother's wife and his sister's brothers, we all making attire outside, you know, drinking, chatting after dinner. And I loved him and he loved me, and everyone noticed straight away. They're like, ooh, these two in love. He was young too. He was like 20, 19, you know, something like this. This tall, handsome black guy. I was feeling the butterflies. I was like, oh my God, this is the right one. This is the one to be with. So I was like, oh my God, I wish this man was the one that married me. Then he tell me, I want to marry you. I don't want you to go back to Gambia. I want to ask my dad if he can let me marry you. But they already have somebody for me to marry. But I don't know if they'll allow me. And I was like so happy. I never will forget those feelings. I said, really? He said, yes. I said, oh. And he said, will you be able to marry me and not go back to Gambia? I said, yes. But then his mother, that's another video. I will make special comedy video, guys. Write it here if you want me to do it. About what his mother was doing to me just so I can go back to Gambia. So he can marry this woman that his mother kept for him. And his mother was not doing it to me. He was doing it to his older brother's wife too, who is still there suffering. If you see her condition with her children, and one of the children are twins, she's still suffering there. I try to send her money sometime, but I cannot afford all. I come from a poor family myself. I saw her 2 years ago when I was in Gambia. I went to visit her. She's my cousin too. But she's also married to this guy brother, this guy that I was married to. And the mother is angry because he said his two sons, they all married to the father's family and not her family. She was keeping, for her second son who married me, she was keeping a girl for her from her family. And the girl was named after her. Beautiful girl. I think she's even more beautiful than me. I used to ask this guy. I don't want to call his name. I used to ask him, why you marry me instead of this girl? She's so beautiful. Tall, solemn, black, beautiful girl. Long white teeth. Black, gum. Long, sharp nail. Beautiful girl. More beautiful than Naomi Campbell, what do you call it? Any model, just any model. I swear to God, how beautiful that girl was. The whole village want to marry her. Maybe this guy was so used to her for so long, used to seeing her, I don't know. The guy said, I want you. I said, me, fat Amijo, and just me crazy Amijo, why? He said, I don't know, I love you, you're not crazy. And because maybe my self-confidence was gone this and because of what happened to me, I couldn't understand why he'll choose me over this girl. I still don't understand that, but don't mind me, I'm crazy. I understand it now, to be honest, as I know love, but he was this tall, beautiful black guy in the sun, and he chose me. So he married me, and his mother said, I must go back to Gambia so he can take this girl. If anybody want to marry the girl, the mother will say, no, wait, I'm going to mix so this idiot Gambian girl, will go back. And she was my auntie or what, because her husband is the same father with my mom older brother, my uncle. She's my yumpaañ in Wolof. I don't know how to say yumpaañ in English. Really evil woman. If you want me to do videos about what she was doing, let me know. I'll do it one comedy night for you guys. It's sad, but it's gonna be comedy. But yeah, I cannot explain all now what she was doing to us. Like a movie, me and this other woman. And that woman is still there suffering. So after 2 years suffering in that marriage, I went back to Gambia. My mom asked this guy come to pick me. He wanted me to come back. He loved me. My mom said, why is Amy suffering there? She told me what she's going through. And look at how she looked like compared to when she was coming there. And this guy said, I know, I love Amy, but my mom will never allow Amy to have peace there because my mom is still keeping this girl that she want me to marry. I told her to let this girl to go and get married. A lot of people want to marry this girl. But my mom forced this girl to wait for me. I cannot tell all what the mother was doing because it's going to be too long. And I want to finish. I've been married 8 times in my life. So I have a lot of other marriages to explain to you. Never mind what the mother was doing right now. It's sad, but it's funny. But wait, let me tell you this. This is serious for us to put these children to school. If we don't put these children to school, why I'm explaining all this is for you to know why I want these children to go back to school. These children might grow up, even if they're boys, they might grow up and just give up and just do the wrong thing because they don't have basic education to help their basic life, foundation. They cannot have it. So when I was there in Senegal, when the 2 years ended, when I went back to Gambia, before the 2 years ended, I went back to Gambia. Yeah, the 2 years ended, I went back to Gambia. And I stayed there for long, like 6 months or something. And he came to Gambia to say that he wanted me to go back to Senegal. And my mom asked him what I was going through there, if that's true. He said yes. And that he knows that even when I go back, I will not have peace because of his mother will still want him to marry that girl for me to go back for good so he can take that girl. But he wanted me to go back. My mom said, then what's the point? My mom said, okay, Amy can go, but even if your mother don't want Amy, you have to give Amy peace. If you keep beating Amy, because your mom is telling you to beat Amy, making sure you beat Amy hard so she can run back to Gambia. If you do that when Amy come back here, she's not going back. And he said, yes, he promised. So I went back. The moment his mother start again and he start again, I run back to Gambia. That's it. And he came back there and my mom tell him, I'm not going. And I'm like, I'm not going. I know I love you, but love is not enough. I want peace. And I saw how this other woman is going through there. My other cousin, that who married to your brother. And she even been there for years and she have children and she still suffering. So that means that's going to happen to me too. I'm not doing that. That time I'm learning to protect myself. This is the first time I start learning to protect myself from these wrong marriages. So then he agreed for me to divorce, but he was crying, begging and begging. He said to me, I have all these jujus. All of this juju on my waist is for you to come back. And your brain is very strong. It's like juju don't work on you. I say, it's not going to work on me. I don't know why from a young age, I just believe juju don't work on me. Isn't this weird? Maybe I have this rap thing that my mom is saying. I don't know. That my mom used to think I have. I don't know if my mom still think I have rap, but she might think so. In Gambia, actually, and even Senegal, I don't know other countries. They do that too, other African countries. When someone married a couple of times, they call them rap. They say, oh, they have some bad spirit. And they make you marry to the wrong person. And then they say you have bad spirit. Anyway. So when all of this happened, I come back to Gambia. I come back to Gambia when I was like 17 or 17 and a half. And that was my marriage number 4 breakup. And then I stayed in Gambia, and then somebody else married me again when I was over 20 years old, who I don't want also. Even though I was working in the salon, braiding hair, I still have to marry to someone I don't want to marry. This old idiot guy who was my dad's friend. Not because I love him, but because I couldn't have peace where I was living. It's a long story. I don't want to say much. I love and respect my mom, you know. So I don't want to repeat certain things, certain part of my stories. Don't worry. Hopefully when I write a book in the future, you will know every bit of it. No matter what, inshallah. But now, let's just not explain all. Some of you know the reason why I couldn't have peace there. So I went back and married again somebody I don't love. But I was lucky this time. I was refusing him, but not all the time. This time I was trying to not refuse him all the time. But the guy divorced me because he was jealous that his brother, and I also helped for him to divorce me, you know. I make him divorce me, you know, clever. I know how to do that. I still know how to do that, but I'm not going to make a guy to divorce me. I'll divorce the guy if he's bad right now. I'm too independent for making a guy to divorce me, you know, like doing the things. Africans do that a lot, especially the men. They make you to tell them, I don't want to marry anymore, because they don't want to just divorce you, and people will say that they are bad. They can divorce you too, but sometimes they keep doing the bad so you can divorce them, and then they will say that, see, don't want to marry me. That's another video. So when I was with that guy, before I went to that guy, I had my son. My son who is in Gambia. I had him when I was 20. When I was 19, I got pregnant with my son, because there was this guy who wanted to marry me, and I also didn't want to marry him. And he was doing everything for me to marry him, and I don't want to marry him. This time I tried to tell myself, I'm not going to marry somebody I don't want to marry. But the moment the guy touched me, I got pregnant. But I never know I was going to be pregnant, because all of these marriages, I wasn't pregnant. Even though I hardly do the thing with them, the forced marriages. But the one I was in Senegal, I was not refusing it. But I hardly have it, because he was always fighting with me because of his mom. So, and whenever we fight, we don't do it for so long until we make up again. And then the moment we make up, the mother can tell that there's peace, and then the mother will make him beat me again. Because he was also young, and he loved his mother. You know, some men who love their mothers, their mother can really go to hell because of that, without knowing. Because they know the man loved them, they keep abusing the man and his wife, and the man will listen. That's another video. So when I came back, then I have my son, you know, with this other guy who I never want to marry. Then this other guy came who want to marry me, and I didn't want to marry him. And then my mom was starting to tell me that you have to get married. You cannot say no to everyone. You cannot stay here and keep saying no to everyone and stuff, you know. I think my mom was thinking that I was going to get pregnant again. Now I'm thinking, if I stay there, even though I was working and bringing money to the house, bringing food to the house like a man. Every month I'll bring a bag of rice. I was working in the salon and working in the house, breeding people hair every time. I wasn't ranchang idiot girl who just, you know, don't do nothing. And I wasn't like boyfriend. Although people used to follow me, but I used to not follow them. I would just go to work and come home. Even this man that I told you, I barely go anywhere with him. He still loves me. He's crazy. Anyway, so then I got married to this other guy who is my dad friend, who I also don't love. But I don't hate him, but I don't love him. He was very charming, you know, this Fuller guy. But he's a dark-skinned Fuller, you know. He married me. So I went there. He was living in a 2-bedroom, him and his brother, his younger brother. And his younger brother liked me so much. And he's jealous. He thinks his younger brother is going to go out with me. His younger brother was this disabled guy who one of his legs was not working properly. But he also walked, I think. I can't remember, but he used to come early. But he will come late. And whenever he come, I already cook, clean the house, and we're in the living room, me and the brother making attire, chatting. And he'll be angry. Why are you laughing with my brother chatting, making attire? I said, what do you want us to do? One of the leg, I can't remember whether it's the right one or left one, but one of his leg was not working properly. But he was a very nice guy, I remember. I don't even know why I mentioned the leg not working, but don't mind me, I'm crazy. Subhanallah. So this guy was just thinking that the brother loved me. And the brother tell me, don't mind him. Since when we are a child, he's like this. He's always just jealous of me and checking me and just, judging me and going crazy. They were funny. So I said to him, I don't love your brother or nothing. We're just chatting. When you're not here and we're in the living, you know me, I like chatting. I got it from when I was young, the stress I have. So I used to just chat to get away from the stress. Like, and I'm still like this, but I'm going to try to calm down really, but it's very hard. That's the part of my healing that is very hard. The rest, they're all gone. But anyway, I shall heal all. Anyway, so he will be like, why are you doing this? I don't want you to chat with my brother at all. He's not your husband. Do you understand that you're not here because of him? He have to go and marry somebody if he want a wife. I was like, what the hell? Aren't you African? We just chatting. Nothing happened. We just make a tired joke. He also doesn't like my son that time. So that was also the other reason that I used to refuse him too. I started refusing him. When I saw that he wasn't like my son, I started using the same technique, the tomato and Vinto technique, the period technique. I started bringing it back. My son was like learning how to walk then. I remember my son walking in that house. I never stayed long there too. It was about a year or less than a year. My son walked in that house. I remember that. He was crawling, trying to walk. And he used to hate me, used to hate my son. Complaining about my son. Why he dropped this? Why he's touching this? He's always moving. He's stubborn. What's wrong with him? I said, he's just young. He's just learning to walk. What's your problem? He was crazy. And then I never liked him anyway. I'm like, so I just started doing this technique that he cannot touch me every night and stuff, And I start using his brother to annoy him. When I know that he's coming from work, I would dress nice and talk to his brother. And when I hear him coming, I'll be like dancing or something, play music in the radio, just make him angry, laughing with his brother. I'll even do the brother like this, And he'll be like, when he come, Amy, come here. So you're laughing with my brother, touching each other. I'm like laughing at him. And he's like, you don't want this marriage, I'm going to divorce you. I'm like, really? What are you waiting for? I'm right there. And he divorced me. I'm like, get to hell. So I went back to the house again. And I was like, I'm done now. So I started telling myself, I'm never going to marry somebody I don't want. But I did not tell my mom nothing. So I continued braiding hair. And then I got a job, in one of the salon. One Senegalese lady salon. Braiding. And then I know one of my clients there, one of the women that I braid her hair, she loved me. She told me that you should go and work in the hotel. That's where I work. Go and work there because your English are good and you're bubbly and happy person. And the way you do hair is not painful. So if you go and work there, you will work and do the white people hair and they pay you money. I went there to work. That's how I get to Scotland. The moment I got there, I met this old Scottish guy who came there to look for a wife. He actually was not looking for a wife. He come there to look for a wife just to annoy his ex. It's like God wanted me to get out of Africa. That's how I see it. It's not like an achievement, but at least I have the knowledge I have now, and at least my children are going to school. So at least they can have knowledge that I don't have growing up. Anyway, when that guy met me, he told me, are you married? I said, no. He was like 60 years old Scottish guy. I said, I was married, but not now. And I have a son. And my son was like 3 years old that time. 3.5. So 3 or 3.5. And he said to me that I want to marry you and take you to Gambia, to Scotland. He never said Scotland, but he said, I come here to look for a wife. I said, he said, yes. I said, okay. He said, you interested? I said, sure, we can get to know each other. Then he invited me for a dinner in one of the hotels. He was going to the hotel to meet somebody who his ex, who he was in Gambia with 2 weeks ago, is going out with. That person gave him some gift to give that ex, that man. He was in Gambia 2 weeks before. He came back 2 weeks later. He came first time in Gambia 2 weeks ago with his ex. Well, they're ex now, but they were like friend with benefit, whatever you call it. These two old people together come to Gambia on holiday, and the older woman fall in love with a younger Gambian guy in the hotel they were living. Then he get angry and said, I'm going me to marry a young woman. That's how he come back and live in a different hotel where I was working. And then he met me. And then he also married me to annoy that woman. That woman married that man. Then he married me. He married me after 1.5 years after I knew him. Not 1.5 years. It's 1 year after I knew him. I know him since 6 months later he came back and he engaged me. And the following 6 months he came back again and married me. After he married me, 8 months later he brought me here. This is how I am here. This is 15 years ago. But he brought me here. 12 days later, he buy me ticket to go back. Anyway, that's another comedy video. If you want me to do it, let me know. I'll do it. Me and that man. Ooh, me and that man is a pure comedy. Very funny. So anyway, after I got here, I met my children dad. Immediately I got here. My children dad is Nigerian. He paid me back what I did to this Scottish guy and more. Because me, I married this Scottish guy and I don't love him. My children dad also married me and he doesn't love me. He was also looking for a visa from me. It's a long story. You know what they say, yeah. What goes around come back around. It shouldn't come back to me because this old guy is an idiot. But anyway, the old guy was an alcoholic and everything. It's another video for the old guy, for this old Scottish guy. Anyway, I live with this Scottish guy not more than 2 months. And the police had to take me out of his house. He tell them if they don't take me, he will kill himself. And they said it's not safe. He might kill me before he kill himself. He said that it's a mistake. He shouldn't marry me. And I never want to sleep with him. I don't love him. I cannot even kiss him or cuddle him. I don't love him. He shouldn't marry me. And he want me to go and I refuse to go. And he was like, why you don't want to go? You don't love me. You just want a visa. Go. The government will give you visa. You're already here. I said, no, I love you. He's like, you love me, you don't want to sleep with me, you don't want to touch me, you don't want to do nothing. I'm like, get to hell, I love you. I never tell him that, but I was like, I love you, you just always want to kiss me. I don't want to kiss all the time. And he's like, I mean, you never want to kiss. But who want to kiss his soft, crazy, soft, porridge lips? So old and ugly, I hate it. No, poverty is not good. So then all of this happened. And then after that, I was like, what the hell? So after that, I stay here for so long. After that, I met the children dad. After that, I married to the children dad. The worst. I shouldn't marry him. Apart from the Senegal marriage, the children dad is the second worst marriage. But it's even worse than the Senegal marriage. Because he did something that is even worse than what that man did. But I cannot share it. It's too much. It's too personal. You know, and I have children with him and everything. And it's just... I cannot share what he did. It's too much to talk about. It's that bad. It's too bad to talk about it. So I finished with the children dad. After I came here, I married to the children dad about over a year after I arrived here. Around nearly 2 years after I came here. Or 2 years after I came here. I married to my children dad. Yes. Just over 2 years after I came here, I married to my children dad. I already have my visa then. The children dad, I met him here. But I met him when he was going back to Africa. And he go back to Africa, he couldn't come back here because he was illegal here. He doesn't have the right visa. Then he asked me to marry him so he can come back. It's a long story. I then went to marry him. Anyway, that marriage was a nightmare. So when that marriage finished, that marriage lasted a couple of years, about 3-4 years. But he was in Africa the whole time. And I was here. So I went about 3 times the whole time. And I keep fighting for him to divorce me then the last time. But he was refusing to divorce me for no reason. Just so he can get a visa, of course. Not because he cares. But then God punished him and make him not get the visa. Because he lied to the embassy about the application. And they find out that he was here in the UK. So they refused him. It's a long story. So then I had to fight and get a lawyer for him and everything. I was like, never fighting for idiot, never. I'm always a strong girl, you know, because of what I've been through. So I said to him, no, I'm done with this marriage. I don't care. I give you 2 children. You don't care anyway, so I'm done. No children can change a man, or you doing good thing for the man cannot change the man at all. If the man is an idiot, he's just an idiot, subhanallah. Anyway, so, and then I didn't finish with him. And then I just stay like that for a couple of years. You know, I keep protecting myself. There was a time then I started revenging my pain. When I was 33 years old. Now I'm 40. So this is like 7 years ago. I started revenging my pain then. I was like, I'm done trying to be good. I don't drink alcohol. I don't sleep with men. I'm not going to smoke. I'm like, I'm going to go out and drink alcohol. I have friends who are doing it as well, so it's easy. I go out, start drinking alcohol, start having boyfriends and everything. Guys, oh my God, but I couldn't do it. It was so funny because I was still like, I still have this thing in me that I believe in love and marriages. So when I try to have boyfriend or whatever you call it, I try to like tell the person that I want relationship, and this is so bad. And my friends used to tell me that you cannot say this, you're gonna make people run away. I'm like, what do you mean? Am I just gonna like be with these people and they're gonna try to touch me and do stuff to me without me telling them I want relationship? Who does this? They're like, why are you always looking for relationship? You're crazy. You should just relax and enjoy. I'm like, what? Enjoy? And the man gonna touch me? No. It's crazy. So I end up saving myself. I'm like, hey, if I continue revenging, drinking and going crazy, I'm gonna be alcoholic and I'm gonna end up, you know, doing stuff. I find out that they weren't just going out and drinking and dancing. It was other things involved, you know. I'm like, I don't want to do all of this just because I'm stressed. I'm like, I still have self-worth and self-dignity, and I have to protect myself. I put myself down and say, Amy, I don't care how much you cry on the street, walking on the street, crying, feeling sorry for yourself and going crazy. You have to know that now you are an adult. Whatever happened to you when you were young, you are young. Now, you're going to abuse yourself now, or you're going to look after yourself? If you're going to abuse yourself now, getting drunk and getting involved with stuff you shouldn't get involved with, then don't ever complain about what happened to you. Just shut up and know that you're your worst enemy. And the day I say that to myself, I just stop everything. That's why I never do it for long. I'm lucky. I'm very good at telling myself the truth now. This is my guiding through life, and I teach people this. This is my technique of teaching people to learn to tell themselves the truth. People know you and know your pain, know who you are, but they don't know you very well. You know yourself more than anyone. So you should tell yourself the truth. Be yourself best friend to know how to save yourself. I said, now that I don't know my dignity, that's how I allowed this man to marry me and bring me here, this old man. But I cannot really blame myself because from a young age, people take away my dignity. But now I'm here. Am I going to continue not knowing my dignity? Or I'm going to know my dignity now and shut up? I say, I don't have no excuse for not knowing my dignity. I tell myself this. I insult myself and tell myself this. Not insult, but you know, African calls everything insult. I cuss my boppo. And I say, hey, I'm not going to do this. And I stop the going out drinking wine, crying. I used to cry in the dance floor, you know. Where is love? Baby, don't hurt me. But you hurt me anyway, idiot. Crying and dancing is crazy. So then, when that marriage, you know, and everything finished, the last marriage that made my number 8 marriages is the last marriage that finished 4 years ago. I'm going to go soon, guys. I never expect to explain my whole story here, and I have the cold, by the way. I'm tired. I have the cold, and I was doing live video on my TikTok. So I'm going to go soon. I'll read your comments. Wait, let me tell you this last marriage. This last marriage, the man is in Gambia. It's the one that finished over 4 years ago. And the man, he told me all these years that he want to marry me. He was telling me he want to marry me after I finished with the children dad. The children dad, the marriage lasted about 3 years or over 3 years. And he was still in Africa then. I already told you that. So I end up telling him, I have enough with who you are. I cannot continue this. So then I stay for years, trying to wait for a good man or trying to wait for someone I trust or something. It's not like I was refusing men or going crazy. I try and then I, try him like this. But then I had one relationship that lasted 10 months. One other Scottish guy who was younger wanted to marry me and he already engaged me. But we broke up because some other stuff. He couldn't treat my children equally and stuff, We ended anyway. I said to him, we have to end this. I'm not going to be married for it. Because I have experience with a stepdad that was another story. I don't want to talk about it. But so I didn't want that for my children and stuff, Anyway, so after that, I stayed like this for a while. Couple of years after that, then 5 years ago, this guy asked me to marry him. This guy in Gambia. I know him before I came here. But he have a wife and kids, and he asked to marry me. I tell him, is your wife happy with this? He said, yes. I said, you saw. I keep telling him all these years you're married. He's like, my wife is happy with it. She's happy for me to marry again. When this man married me, his wife was not happy with it. So I leave this marriage because his wife was not happy. And I don't want to marry someone that their wife is not happy, the woman crying or sad because of me. I don't want to make another woman sad every night. There's plenty of men. Why should I have to take your man if you're not happy with it? I will never do that. That's why I don't want to marry ever someone that is married. I will never marry someone that is married or someone that is going to marry somebody else. That was the first and last. Anyway, so this man married me. The marriage lasts for 8 months. And then he is the husband number 8. And the marriage only lasts for 8 months. Weird, yeah. So this man married me. And I came back. I stayed here for 6 months. And then I went back and I told him I want this marriage finished. And he was like, why? I love you. Da, da, da. That's why he ended up going up to 8 months before he can agree to divorce me. Because after I came back, it takes a couple of months before he allowed. It's even more than 8 months, I think. But I think it's 8 months. I remember. Anyway, so when this man married me, I was here. I went back, to Gambia 5 years ago and we got married. And I stayed there for 1 month. But I only stayed with him for 3 weeks. Because this first week I was with my mom waiting for us to do the marriage. And then I stayed with him for this other 3 weeks. In a place that, he rented for us to stay. That we rented. But I was thinking his wife agreed to it. But not because of his wife don't agree to it. That's why I left him. He also betrayed my trust. And I'll tell you why I said his wife never agreed to it. Or it's like she agreed to it and they were planning to use me like some hopeless old Scottish woman or what. Like some fake internet love or what. They were ganging up for me. So then it become like this is like a marriage for you to go to UK or marriage for you to have something. It wasn't love marriage. You cannot do that to love marriage. Listen to what they did, him and the wife. And some women can actually do this to their fellow women, Just because the woman is in Europe and you're in Africa. You don't feel sorry anymore. You think they're not human. A Gambian woman like you. Insane. So he married me. And then when he married me, I married him because he look and seem very decent. And he pray, he's very quiet. People think that quiet people are good always. It's not like he's bad, but what he did is just really bad. Some people might think that it's not bad. I'll tell you what he did. It's a big deal to me, but to many African watching, they will think it's not a big deal at all. That's why I'm telling you. If it was so bad, I will not tell you. I already tell you, my children that did something that is so bad, I will never tell anyone, especially in a video and stuff. But this one is different. Anyway, so he then said to me that One day he said to me, after I married him, I came back here a couple of months later, before the 6 months. You know, I told you I went back 6 months later. Before the 6 months, I think it's about 4 months or something. After, 4 months into the marriage, something like that, 4 months. One day he was texting with me because he normally texts with me at work, but sometimes he's busy, he cannot text on WhatsApp. So then we talk in the evening sometime when he's from work. We talk, chat. I don't want to talk to him on the phone. I feel like his wife is there and children. So I will like text him on WhatsApp and he reply. Not knowing that his wife was the one that is replying all this whole time. Yes. And look at my face. I'm tired. I got the cold, guys. I don't know if you can hear it from my voice. I can feel the cold. I need to go and steam my face. His wife, maybe all these years, this man begging me to marry him. And I say this couple of times, but it's for you guys to be careful with people who want to marry you in Africa. It's not all the same, but some of them, especially when they're married, they gang up with their wife to use you just because you're in abroad. That's how I see it. Because real love cannot work like this. Come on. So maybe when he was texting me on Facebook, talking to me, and I'm texting this and talking to him, talking and even crying. Maybe it was the wife I was talking to. Because all these years he used to write to me, begging me to marry him. So one day he, I always say that when you're doing evil or doing something wrong, it's like God or the universe will expose you, no matter how long it takes. Sometimes it doesn't even take long. I always say this in my videos here. It's true. That's why I'm always careful. It's not like I'm the best. I did wrong too. I'm human, but I'm always very careful with humans. Jokes aside. When you do me wrong, I will just tell you, finish, but I will not go underneath, try to do something dark. It's not like I've never done it, but not too much and not so bad at all. I'm very proud of myself for that. This man went and allowed his wife to be chatting to me like I'm just some fake internet love, some old idiot that you met on the internet and faking the love. And you and your wife ganging up. Yeah, let's use this bitch. Tell him you love him. It's like 2 years old, ganging up. So, because why I say this is that one day I was talking to him. I said to him, are you sure that my first wife, your wife is not jealous that you marry me? Because I don't want to have to bring you here and she's going to be angry and jealous in the house with the children. I don't want that. There's plenty of men. He said, no, she's not jealous. To tell you she's not jealous. She was the one talking to you last night, not me. Guys, he just said he regrets saying that to me, yeah. He doesn't know that my mom said I have rap. My raps, they make him say. I was like, I'm dreaming. I'm like, but I just calm, so he can tell me. I was like, oh, she's the one I was talking to last night. How do you mean? He said, yes, when you were chatting with her on WhatsApp, this whole chat you were doing is her, because I was busy doing attire because my friends were there. I was talking to this woman, guys, talking about bedroom stuff, talking about stuff that I do with this man. This woman was replying me everything. Juicy talk. Everything juicy talk with this woman. Do you know how painful that is? Someone that you're sharing husband with, talking about stuff you're doing with their husband. Who does this even? Oh, this woman is insane. I'll never forget this woman. I was like, I'm dreaming. I only met her once though, really quick met. We met at our in-laws and she was so uncomfortable when I met her. And looking at her phone, just looking so uncomfortable and upset or something. I was like, whoa, this woman don't want this marriage at all. I wanted to laugh actually because me, it's not like I'm going to fight over husband like some women do. No danger. I'm just going to leave you with your husband and move on. There's plenty men. I know that one day I'm going to have the man that deserves me and I deserve him and it's not going to be any fight. I'm telling you, Jangha, yeah, that's terrible. Yeah, that's what she did. And you know, some men actually say that this is fine, especially some Gambian men. They were like, you shouldn't divorce him because of that. That's fine, you know, yeah. I'm like, fine, the break. So yeah, that happened. And I just couldn't trust him anymore, you know. I just couldn't trust him anymore. And I said, it's no point bringing this man here. He have a wife. He's going to leave his wife and children there. And I'm going to doubt the love the whole time after what he did. There's no way I'm going to believe that this man loved me like the way he loved his wife. Because his wife did not steal the phone. He handed over the phone to the wife to text me. Maybe they've been doing it this whole time to convince me. So after that, I keep telling him, I just want divorce. This is not working. I was going crazy. I was like, no, not again, this crazy love, not again, crazy love. I'm not marrying this man. This is not real. This is not good. This is someone's husband who is just planning to get their husband abroad. I cannot do this. So I was like, no. So I tell him I can't do this. So I finished the marriage. He was like, I love you, I was like, no. So he then divorced me after a few months. He didn't agree for me to finish the marriage, you know, and that's it. So that was the marriage I finished 4 years ago. You know, that's the marriage number 8, guys. So until now, I've not been married yet. A couple of people trying to get me, but I don't think I'll marry again the wrong person. I will never marry the wrong person again, because if I am married to the wrong person again, I'm going to divorce them again. I don't care I get married 100 times or I stay like this forever. I'll break the record, the marriage record in Gambia then, but I'll never stay with the wrong person, ever. So this is my story of lack of education and underage marriage. This story is different from these children parents. These children parents, these children that I'm looking for the fundraise for, that's why I did this video. Their parents, these 14 children, all of their parents, I cannot remember how many parents are there now. Because some of them, I put 2 of their children into school and some of them 1. Because I couldn't put all of their children because it was too many. They still have a lot of children that are waiting for me to put them to school. Running around under the mango tree, no school. Even to put them in the government school, that one is I don't think they even have to pay, the government primary school. They only have to buy uniform, shoes and stuff. And they're not doing that. Even if they're poor, they should carry the child hand and go and beg in the Serakunda or Banjul and cry on the street. I'll do that. People will give them $100 or something. They can go and do that. They cannot. They don't care. Or they don't know the consequences. They're like, so the children, they're there. Lot of children in Gambia and Senegal, as I'm talking to you, who cannot read and write and cannot go to school. They're going to grow up in this next generation, which is going to be harder, more technology stuff. Harder for when you don't go to school, and they're not going to go to school. So, very sad and painful. In my community, when you don't go to school, people insult you. They always insult me, call me illiterate, you know, uneducated. Even though a lot of them so-called educated people, I'll never do what they're doing. I know I'm more clever than them, subhanAllah. I should say so myself. And I've been to college a couple of months of my life here. And I taught myself what I know. And I want to go back to college. But they still bully me, you know, like, uneducated idiot. Yeah. It's not that's why I want the children to go back to school, but I just want the children to at least have the basic foundation of life. All of their mothers get married young. Only one of them got married when she was 15. All of them were under 15 when they're married. And to people that they don't want, they arrange it. Their interviews are here. Scroll down, you see it and hear it from their mouth if you don't believe me. So their children, they don't have any more school because the organization that was paying for them cannot afford it, they said. They cannot afford it anymore. Tomorrow, these children have to go back to school. Please. If they go to the government school, it's very bad education there. Even if they go the whole primary school, they still cannot spell nothing. Children there at primary 6, they still cannot spell nothing, barely can spell nothing. because of the classroom have a lot of children and the teachers are not very educated, a lot of them, and there's no good rules. But this little private school they're going is not very expensive because I only need £700, less than 700 even. Over 600. It's 660 something, nearly 700. They will have the whole year of school bags, shoes, everything. You guys da ngeen war a dem bed tomorrow school la. déedéet dem leen bed waxal Fatou ne ko ngeen dem bed ëllëg school la waxal Fatou ne ko ngeen dem bed su ngeen demu bed this minute du ngeen allow benn device suba school la dangay xew on time dem leen bul laal dara foofu dem leen tëddi. Sorry, the children have to go to bed. Tomorrow is school. Please, I'm gonna end this video. It's late and the children have to go to bed. I cannot be talking. I'm gonna put the link when this video finish downloading. When I finish talking, I'll put the link of the GoFundMe on the comment section. But right now it's on the, these comments here. The GoFundMe link for these children to go back to school tomorrow, to the private school. They already been there for the whole year. So now they should go back there. It's a good private school compared to the other school. The whole of Tanje said it. But people cannot afford it. That's why their children don't go there. A lot of the people in Tanje. So please, I want them to go there. 2 of them, they're going to Arabic school. The rest, they're going to this, this private school that is English. The Arabic school is also English. Private. But it's not expensive. It's a little cheaper than, this one. So please, help me donate anything you can donate. When the children go to school, we will video them and show you. I did that the last time. Their videos are here. I'll keep videoing them and I'll video them in the classroom this time. I want you guys to meet their teachers. You will see them. Please help me. I don't want these children to grow up and be like me. They're not going to have any hope. And even if they're not going to go through underage marriage, they're not going to have any hope. So it's easy for them to give up and do the wrong thing. People are going to bully them for not going to school and they're not going to have any hope. They can easily have pain and just give up and do whatever the wrong thing is. So please, I have to go now. I'm going to read your comments. This is what I come here to explain. Hello, greeting. Tanje is face. What do you mean? Tanje, you will smell face. Yeah, that's true. You know you are near Tanje, about 5 miles away. Who? But not now. Just wait. Hey, Amy, I'm going in the Gambia soon. Would like to visit Tanje, where the school near Tanje. No, so I don't know. Or the facing area. The school is in Tanje. When you're ready, I can, introduce you to the person who can take you there. Who? You laugh and people in their countries bullied. And people also don't have any feeling for others. I swear to God, I am losing my dad and my mother. Okay, another video. Please tell me what his mother was doing. Oh, I cannot explain all of that, Just check, please, about rockets landed. And check about my life, and thank you so much. Please open BBC News Syria now. I don't know what these people are talking about. I think they just chatting. Sorry about the kids. I wish I can help you, but I am in Europe, white and any race. We are struggling. Sorry. All right, that's fine. Don't worry about it. So about the kids, I wish I can help, but all right, yeah. Don't worry. It's not everyone that can support them and stuff. Dear angel of course, ask like you. The not dear angel, I request only some food. You don't have paid tip, have paid tip payment, but how will the GoFundMe work? Get pay admission. I don't even know what to expect with the GoFundMe. Like when people donate, I don't know. Can you help my family and my sister? We are already one for some food. Oh, someone saying they want food. Hi, I have a question, please. If you were a money, I already read that one before. No problem. The GoFundMe for these children, I need you guys to please help me donate, or you can donate on my Ami Olof Cash app, or you can donate on PayPal at amijob 1980 @gmail.com, which is my email address. Is on the above, and I'll put it on the, it's already in these comments as well, and I'll put it on the comment section as well when I'm done with this video, inshallah. So yeah, guys, if you are Gambian listening into this, or you're you guys have to stop going net Gambia and being with young boys or young girls. But very happy for that. Happily waiting for the BBC. But you guys were arguing or something, I think. You have time to argue. Me, I'm busy explaining my story here and wanting these children to go to school tomorrow. So if you're a Gambian watching this, please help me. Either you can let me know. If you email me, my email address is on the about. Or you can email on the Amijob email address I explained here. And I will, if you don't want to donate to me to put them to school, I can lead you to these children, home. You can pick, if you want one child or two, pick whatever, or pick them all, put them to school yourself. You can go to the school, they will show you the school. You pay for them and continue. If you want me out of it, it's up to you. I just want them to go. Please. I just want them to continue the education. Because the Gambian community, when you don't go to school, they bully you. And if you are not strong, you're not going to have confidence with life. You're just going to give up and just give up and do the wrong thing. So please, yes, if you are not Gambian also, just please, if you can help, I will bring the video here, inshallah, and show you the progress. So hopefully that after this video, hopefully you guys will donate. I'm going to check the donations and I'll keep you guys up to date tomorrow. I'll let you know. If I have some donation tonight, I make a small video about it on my TikTok as well, just before I did this video. Hopefully people will donate. If I have enough money, I'll put them to school tomorrow. The money I need is nearly £700. They will go to the private school. And I'll film it and show you guys. If they cannot go tomorrow, then they should be going next tomorrow. If I don't have that, whatever amount I have, if it's not enough for that, they will go to the government school. That one, I think, is free or barely next to nothing. But you have to buy school uniform, school bags, shoes, pencil, books, everything. So if the money I have is enough for that only, then they will go there. But if it's enough for them to continue this private school that is better education, that's what I want, they will go there. And I will show you guys the results. So I'll keep you guys up to date. Give me from now till the next 3-4 days, I'm gonna come and either come or record a small video and post it and tell you guys about, the situation. Okay, guys? Wish me luck. Donate if you can. If you cannot donate, send the GoFundMe link to anywhere you can send, please. Your Twitter account, your Facebook, your Instagram, any group, anything, any movement that you think people can donate. Post the link there and just type in some word, explain to them that it's for children in need in Africa to go back to school. They used to have sponsors, but their sponsors cannot afford to pay now, and the children are about to drop out of their education. And the children, they're so excited, they love it, because they come from poor family, they love it that they're going to school. Just put whatever message you can put, please, and then post the link. You never know, someone nice and kind might just click the link and donate. It's just less than £700, guys. It's not much. You never know, some millionaire person might click it and donate for them to go. And these children will need it. They even need more help than just school. Some of them don't even have proper bed to lie on. One of them even was lying on the floor with her children. One of these women, I wanted to buy her a bed, but I couldn't afford it all because I come from a poor family myself. So yeah, that's the situation, guys. I'm gonna do my own organization, but I'm working on it, you know, like I explained earlier on. Until then, I don't want to give up these children, but I'm hopeless. So I was crying the whole day when I found out about this, that they don't have sponsors anymore. 2 days ago, I was crying on live video, even on my TikTok. So yeah, because I was crying just because I was telling my community what happened, and then I end up crying. And why I did that video was to tell them to stop having children when they know they're not going to have the money to look after the children. And they're going to expect people to put these children to school. Ooh, the video is 1 hour. I never even know. But it's fine. It's finishing. And if people don't have money to put the children to school, then the children will grow up like me, struggling. And it's easy to give up here. So if you're not lucky, you're going to give up and do the wrong thing to survive. So I was telling them that, and then I end up crying, you know. So I end up telling them how people bully you when you don't go to school, and how I've been bullied all these years because of my lack of education. And how I just don't want those children to, they were so excited in the video, and now they have to stay home, that they cannot go to school. And they were so excited when they were first put into school just a year ago, or less than a year ago even. It's around a year ago now. Anyway, guys, I have to go. So yeah, so I'm gonna keep you guys up to date about what happened. Like I said, donate and share the link. And even if you cannot donate, please share the link to anyone you know, friends, family, group, your Twitter, your Instagram, your Facebook, your whatever platform. If you know someone with a bigger platform, please give them the link and explain the situation. And you can even give them my email if you want. Let them contact me and help me get their followers to help. Please, God will bless you. These children go to school, they don't have money to buy food when they get to school because of poverty. So I want any help. Even if I have enough money, I can put money, I can give money to the fuller guy, the shop guy, so they can go every morning and get bread and butter and go to school. So they can eat something, or the fuller guy can give them $5 each or something so they can buy lunch. But that's extra. I just explained this so you know that I need every help that I can get for these children, and they will appreciate it. And we're going to follow the journey of them, inshallah, so in videos. Thank you for watching this video and my crazy, you know, growing up story with marriages and lack of school. Hopefully you have an idea of why I want these children to go to school. All of their mothers have different story from me. I don't think none of them have as many marriage I did anyway, but no, they didn't. I remember their interviews. They're still there anyway. They're still here. But they have crazy stories too. Very sad women. You can see it in the interview. It's there. I did not show their faces. I bring the camera like this, you know. Some of them, their faces are there even because they couldn't be bothered. Yes, true. Just crazy stories. But yeah, guys, this thing happening all over Africa and even in Pakistani or India, underage married girls and taken out of school or not even going to school. But yeah, I feel like the men, when they're educated and they have a heart, they will not do that to the girls. So that's why I want all of these boys to go back to school. And any children that I put to school, I'm going to make sure they will never marry someone who don't love them. Because I will meet them myself, talk to them about my, you know how I am with explaining things. Tell them never to marry someone who don't love them. Tell that to the boys. Tell the girls to learn to protect themselves. This is what I'm doing with these people. Not just to put them to school. I guide them and talk to them. Develop them for them. When they grow up, they can walk with me, inshallah, if I'm alive, to help the other children. And even as they're growing up when they're teenagers and stuff. You see, inshallah. Anyway, guys, finally, I'm going. My talking never ends. Thank you for watching this. I'm going to see you guys again and have a good night. Why are you guys arguing and going crazy? Oh, my God. So sorry, Ami. We will have to fight for young girls. Yes, it's crazy. For young men in Gambia, our lovely country. Yes, we have to is it Namaste or Namaste? Yeah, it's terrible, you know, and stuff. I am a Gambian, been fighting for that problem. problems that we are having in my country. Listing what am I talking about right now, Bob? Bob, who is this? What is Bob arguing? You guys have to stop going. All right. No, they cannot stop doing that. I don't know who he is. I don't know if he is doing that himself. But people that going out, to Africa and sleeping with young girls, or Asia, or Thailand and all these other countries, sleeping with younger people or more beautiful people, they're not gonna stop doing that. You can tell them, but you can try to do something about it by educating your own people, and you can waste your energy telling them to stop, but they're not gonna stop. It's like what I was saying to my TikTok yesterday. When, one Senegalese guy was telling me to tell the girls in Senegal and even Gambia who like to have boyfriends and they don't even love the man, they just want to use him for money and lie. And, the man, the girl is in Africa and the man is abroad. They're calling the man lying and the man sending money. I said, I'm not going to waste my energy on that. Don't see me talk a lot. I don't waste my energy on something that don't work. Don't see me like this. Anyway I put my energy is good. That's what's gonna work. These girls, they're not gonna stop. That's how they get their money. They don't love themselves. They don't know who they are. They don't know their worth. You telling them to stop is not gonna make them stop. But you can tell this man how to stop sending them money. How to recognize if the girl is lying or not. But you telling this girl to stop lying, stop asking for money. You can try. So these men, they're not going to stop going there. But the government can do something about it, for example. And they're not doing much about it also. But they can do something about it. But this is happening everywhere. Thailand, different countries. But you can do something about it. You, the mother, and you, the citizens. The something you can do is talk about it like I'm doing. Fight for the children to go to school. Talk about it in the radios. Talk about it with your fellow women to learn self-dignity and self-love and heal their trauma. If the mothers heal their trauma, learn to love themselves, appreciate themselves, so they can bring up children who have self-dignity and self-love. Even if these children don't have school education, they will not, sacrifice themselves for life. They would rather go and sell some cassava than sacrificing their dignity to have a so-called life. It's because they don't know who they are. Even me, when I did it, it's because I didn't know who I was. That's the reality. That's how to fix it. But telling people to not do it will not make them not do whatever they're doing. They love it. Men love young people. The men in the community is worse. Tell them to stop marrying the young people. The men in the community, they're still marrying the young people. You're talking about some hopeless stories, guys. Anyway, guys, good night. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know if any of you is going to do any donation or anything. Comment below. Let me know you did the donation. I will come back and thank you. Thank you for watching this video. And I'm looking forward to your support. And thank you very much, guys. See you again. Bye. Good night.